In recent years, studying abroad has been a good choice for many Chinese students to get a high degree. However, it is not easy for most of them to engage in a foreign city. Chinese students studying in the University of Liverpool, located in the UK, told us about their stories. Among the international students in the UK, the number of Chinese students is the most. The University of Liverpool welcomes over 1,000 undergraduate students from China every year. Working on campus, it is not difficult to find that Chinese students always gather together. They also separately sit in groups at class, so it is hardly to see them communicating with local students in everyday life. We asked some Chinese students whether they had many local friends here.
Just a little. No, because foreign students always sit behind the classroom. So our Chinese students also sit in front of the classroom, so we do not communicate.
Some local friends, but not very close to me.
No, I usually spend my time with Chinese students.
We also interviewed some local students.
No.
No. We know some people from class.
To be honest, I don't really. I think I only know one girl who I met through like Art Society, which I've spoken to a couple of times. See her every now and then, but not really, to be honest.
Not only the students, but also their teachers have noticed this situation. Professor Kay Richardson, head of the Communication and Media Department in the University of Liverpool, told us her opinions.
I think as well, there's the language thing, that you feel more comfortable talking in your first language, which you can do with the people who travelled from China with you, than you do in your second language, which you have to make more of an effort with.
Based on the online survey, the most common reason of this phenomenon is language barrier, accounting for 38%. The second one is culture gap, followed by different personalities. However, 92% of the respondents still want to make friends with local students. Efforts from both individuals and organizations improve this situation. We interviewed one Chinese student, Zhang Jingwen, studying in the University of Liverpool, who is active in communicating with local people.
Common hobbies and always helping each other makes my friendship with foreign friends keep longer. A local girl called Eve, she loves singing Chinese songs, which is very impressive. So I offer my help to adjust her pronunciation of how to sing Chinese sounds.
Culture gap is a big barrier in the intercultural communication. Student society is an important bridge to close the gap between Chinese and local students. The Chinese society is one of the best. They held the Chinese New Year Gala and attracted many local students rather than just Chinese. It enhances the cultural communication between China and the UK. They also provide Mandarin course to students.
Well, I want to learn some Chinese. I usually won't learn in other classes. It's really fun, really interesting. I learned a lot of new things.
To improve this phenomenon, the university also implemented a series of measures. Professor Kay Richardson introduced some of them.
That we trialled in the first year that we had a lot of Chinese students coming from XJTLU. Those of you who've had buddies, we've instructed our staff to find you buddies who are native speakers, and that was in response to suggestions that the students made. It wasn't our idea, but we thought it was a good one. In the module that I teach called English Voices, it's important that students do things in class that are based on small groups, them talking to one another rather than whole class activities.
The Everyman Theatre holds several Chinese art forums and relevant performances to invite Chinese students and artists to involve. It improves the integration of Chinese and the local.
I have been working on an Arts Council funded project whereby I introduced the Confucius Institute to the Everyman Theatre. Hopefully the idea was to help Chinese students enjoy the theatre, which is an integral part of British culture.
Talking about the next step, it is a hope that this project works.
I'm hoping that I can take this idea to a wider level throughout the arts. I'm hoping I can prove a case that more people will do more things to actually help Chinese students integrate.